back.
Today we have our boy D.
You know, the comedian.
Good to have you back again.
Thank you.
In the uplifting waiting room. How was your week?
Stressful, man. Yep. Stressful.
And that's why we have this uplifting waiting room, because at the end of a busy work week is very stressful. So we need to talk about something that's going to be uplifting and motivational. So today we're going to have a pretty hot topic.
You know what that topic is? Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause for what does it mean to what?
Let go.
That's kind of hard, man. It's hard to let go of some things when you're feeling down or mad, or even mad at your girl, your mom, or your cousin, your grandpappy, anybody. I know it's hard to let some things go. This is what we're here to talk about. Let it all go. Smoke some weed, drink some liquor, and let it all go.
Well, see, he has his technique of letting things go. His technique is like smoke some weed, drink some liquor. But my technique is more inspirational, motivational, God first. And also, you sometimes people go out, they want to walk, they want to do. Everybody has a different technique when it comes to letting go. But here's the thing, right? Letting go can mean a lot of stuff. Letting go of a job, letting go of a relationship, letting go of anything. Letting go
of that depression, letting go of that anxiety, the stress, the anger.
Yes. How do people let go when people are in that phase, when people is in that dark area in their life? How do they let go? How do people let go?
I don't know, man, but I'll tell you how I let go. Just taking a deep breath.
Yep.
Relax. Well, you could think about it. You could think about the pros and cons, right? You could think about, hey, look, this was going to be good for me. This was going to be bad for me. Cool. So if your pros outweigh your cons, then just let it go. But if your cons is still there, you got to think about another option, man.
Well, here's a big one when it comes to letting go. Why is it hard for people to let go of a relationship? But remember now, when I say people, we're talking about men and women. Because men let go different from how women let go. So for some of the women out there,
it's the same, to be honest.
Well, see, this is the thing, right? Some women may think like when a man get out of a relationship, they just move on real quick.
They're out here hoeing, man. Nah, that's not the facts. Not the case.
So
she gonna call it the more adult version, and I'm gonna call it the hood way. We don't hoe. We cry in bed. We don't hoe.
I believe that. Listen, I'm one of those females. I give men the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, men do cry. I'm not gonna be like, oh, men are this, men do cry.
Sometimes, not all the time.
But not all. The thing is, you don't express your emotions all the time.
It depends on the female, though.
Outside,
it depends on the female. It always does. It always depends on the female. Like if you've been rocking with me for a minute, I'm gonna feel some type of way. But if you just like a 2-night, 3-night stand,
well, that's different.
That's different.
You know.
But if you the side and not the main, you don't.
I'm talking about
you've been let go.
Letting go when you were in a relationship with someone for a few years. You loved that person.
Oh, that's tough.
And you this was the person who was like your ride and die person. You're probably thinking about marrying that person. Or even you didn't marry that person and it didn't work out. How do you let go?
That's a tough one because, you know, you fall in love with the person. You guys build a bond. It's a friendship. And yet the person hurt you and you think about the past. But you also got to remember, you guys had good days. There wasn't always bad days.
Yeah.
So my thing is just think about the good days. Don't dwell on the bad days. Even though it's hard, trust me, I've been in your shoes. All I can think about was the bad days. Sat down, cried by my lonely self. It's hard, man. It's hard. Up to now, I still got a few things I'm holding in. It's not even family-wise, relationship-wise, friends-wise.
Yeah. So, and I mean, like I said, it's never easy. You know.
I think that's what makes us human, though.
It does. But then when you really think about it, if somebody just got out of a bad relationship, get into a next relationship, did they really let go?
No, it means that they didn't want to be in a relationship in the first place.
You know what? Yeah.
Yeah, this is what it means. You was just a side piece.
So then you have, that's why I said there's so many different categories of people, right? And that's why with this uplifting waiting room, we're not just dealing with Christians and people from the outside. There's so many different categories of people, right? Like, how do a Christian let go?
They go to church and they pray.
But is that enough?
No, that's not enough.
It's never enough.
You know, they go to Bible study. They're on the prayer line.
Yes.
That's not just about the prayer line, because my mom be on that prayer line 24/7. She still hasn't let go of some stuff yet. But
yes, I know. I know.
Prayer lines, going to Bible studies. What else? What else they do? See, I'm not in that whole church scene. Man.
Well, you know, they got the prayer lines, they got the Bible study, they got the revivals, the fasting, which are all good things. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes too, people just need someone to just encourage them and lift them up. I think sometimes that's what people misunderstand. Like, yes, I'm all for praying. I'm all for, you know, going to Bible studies, but sometimes it's not enough, because when a person is in that dark phase in their life where they don't want to listen to anybody, even if they're doing a prayer thing, they're praying, but like their heart isn't receiving it. Like
I get what you mean. They're praying, but they're not really pouring their heart and soul into their prayers.
No, because they're so down, they're so out. You know, they just lost probably someone who they thought was their confidant.
Because anyways, all I gotta say is you pick them. you pick them. You just, the way, I know, we about to get off topic for a little bit.
You get off topic.
No, we about to get off topic for a little bit. But like I said, it all depends. Because if you see that person, right, and you know the person before you even start dating the person, you guys are friends, and you see how they act. Why would you want to step into that shoes and date that person, knowing the fact at the end of the day they might hurt you? You know what I mean? So you're setting yourself up just because you feel like this person is cute or this person is beautiful or whatsoever.
Yeah.
And then you make a mistake and you go into that situation. At the end of the day, you knew what was coming. For most people who don't realize what they're doing of letting things go, this is another way of letting things go. Don't pick the person you think is right for you. Pick the person that you think can help you.
You can grow together. I think a lot of times I hear people saying, "Oh, I saw the red flags," but you saw the red flags.
But you still went for it.
But you still went for
That's
it.
I mean, you know what I mean?
So it's like, you could pray to God for stuff, and God gives you the answer.
And
he tells you, he tells you go left, but you decide to go right. You got to be honest with yourself. In order for someone, first of all, in order for a person to let go, I say you have to be real with yourself. You have to be honest with yourself. You have to forgive that person that hurt you, and you got to forgive yourself. Because I think people get stuck too much in, oh, if I would have, I could have done this, woulda, coulda, shoulda. You just have to be real with yourself, and most of the time people are not real with themselves when it comes to that. Even when it comes to a relationship, you've seen the red lights, and you're just like, oh, maybe I can.
If the person was cute, you know, they can change them. I have to say, but most girls think they can change every guy.
Why you say most girls? Some men too.
Yeah, most girls. As I said, most, not all. I gotta be respectful.
Okay, thank you.
I'm not out here just adding on women.
Yes.
Most girls think it's okay for them to pick the bad guys, even though there's a good guy in front of them. They're still gonna go with the good guy.
Well, you know, because sometimes they may say, "Oh, you know, he's not my type. He's not attractive."
Yeah, but then down the road, they're gonna be begging for the good guy.
If that's true.
So what's the point? He's not your type. But then a few years later, when you finally mature and realize that he's your type, you're going to go after him. After you didn't let go of this one and now you want this one, and then you bring that situation of your past trauma and hurt into another good relationship.
Yeah.
Then you think he's going to do the same thing the bad boy did.
Well, that's what you have to heal first before you get into another relationship.
But people don't think like that.
I know.
People don't think that. They think they can just move on to another person. Simple. Just erase the person from the...
And that's what we're here for, to uplift them. Because we've been there. I've been hurt.
I've been hurt multiple times.
You've been hurt. Yeah. We all have been hurt.
Everybody. You know? I know you sitting there. Yeah, you sitting there watching this video. I definitely know you was crying when you got hurt at the age of 13. When that mean they didn't bring you flowers or the girl didn't buy you chocolate on Valentine's Day. I know you was crying.
Or if your mom didn't get you that toy that you wanted.
My mom never got me a toy.
That's what I'm saying. Especially if...
The first toy I got was an Xbox when I was 18 years old, and that was it. That was it.
least you got the Xbox.
And she said, I gotta be good for.
But on a serious note,
yeah.
Going back to letting go, why do you think females believe they could change a guy?
It's not how they was programmed. It's literally, alright. Like I said, it all goes back to the good guy type. Mm-hmm. Girls don't want a good guy.
What is a good guy? When you said a good guy type, you have to put in what is your definition of because your definition of a good guy may be different from my definition or the next person's definition of a good guy. Right?
A good guy could be a hard worker.
Yeah.
He shows you affection.
Okay.
He goes above and beyond. You come home, there's already dinner waiting. Your food's already cooked. Your wine's already put out. He gives you a nice foot massage. He puts his time and energy into you and nobody else's.
Okay.
That's a good guy. That's cool. But most women want a guy that's not going to pay attention to them. That they have to beg for attention. That they have got to plead and plead and pleed and plead and plead. Mm-hmm. That's the type women go for. Okay, I can change him like this. I can change him because, okay, I need attention. I'm going to show him how to give attention. Mm-hmm. Or I want this. I'm going to show him that I need it.
Okay.
Further from a good guy, it makes everything easy. You don't got to work for it. He's just there just to be your confidant. Mm-hmm. You guys can talk and be eager to have a conversation. Be eager to go on to date night. He wants to show you off. He's not going to hide you in a little corner like a...
Yeah.
That's a good guy in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. It is. It is.
So if a woman's going to pick a bad guy over a good guy, again, that's her choice. That's the way how she perceives herself, and it's all about how you perceive yourself.
Do you think sometimes? Do you think sometimes people think like it's a challenge? Like
it is a challenge. Yeah.
It's like, oh, why be with this good guy? He's boring. But if I'm with this, if I have a project, let's put it like that, a project with this bad guy who doesn't have the quality of the good guy, then I have a project to change him. And what I say is, you can't change nobody.
It's all on them, man.
It's on the person.
You gotta change yourself before you can change me, which I have not realized.
Yeah, you have to. You just have to.
Even before you get into a relationship, I was watching this podcast. Right, it was with Too Short. 85 Southwest, cool. And then my guys, shout out. Put me on your podcast, please. Cool. But yeah,
bring us.
Us. But I was watching, and Too Short had said something. He said, "Flip the game on these girls." Mm-hmm. Right, you know all the Cash App. Oh, send me Cash App if you want to see me. Send me Cash App if you want to see me. So, as us men, if we want to show women or flip the game on women, all right, cool. You want to be with me? Give me $1,000. Now think about it. Mm-hmm. If you want to be with me, give me $1,000. How many no's are you gonna get versus how many yes?
You're gonna get a lot of no's.
But if the girl really messes with you, she's gonna show you, look, I'm not telling you to give me a $4,000 right now. Mm-hmm. Just give me $1,000. I don't care what it is. It could be a little bit, but give me $1,000. Mm-hmm. Show me that you really, really like me. Show me that you really want to mess with me. Give me $1,000.
Well, I think with that too, there's different category of women, just like there's different category of men.
But all women want is a good man with a stable job who provides. Right or wrong?
Well, majority of women, that's part of it, but it's not all of it. So if you come down to a Christian's perspective,
it's church.
No, it's not only church, because there are people who go to church and they're not God fearing. That's the thing. A man could go to church every Sunday, but he's not God fearing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He may say something, but he doesn't do what the word is saying. So like, if you really want, like, people be like, oh yeah, I want a church person. All right. Do you know what you really want?
You know what you're signing up for, because you on Bible studies every Wednesday.
Exactly. A person can go to Bible study all they want, but if they're not a true, you know what I'm saying, if you're not being led by, you know, what you're reading in that Bible, you're not, you know, that don't mean you're a godly man. It has to do with, if you say it, you have to be about it. Mm-hmm. If you love that person, you have to show it by action. You know what I mean? If you say, you know, no matter what, we're in on this together, you're in on it together. Because that's what the word, you know, the word says. So if you have the tools and you're not doing it, what makes you different from the bad guy?
True, words is words, but A good guy always provide his actions.
He does. It's all about the actions. It's all about the action. And a woman who is looking for a guy will be like, okay, if this guy cares for me, he'll do this. But most women, like you said, when it comes to that, if you really want the guy, give me this amount of money. Most women would be like, okay, what is this about? Is he trying to take my money? Just the mindset.
Yeah, it's the mindset. You're just flipping the script on them. Because nowadays, these girls asking for Cash App this, Venmo me that. Yeah, man.
See, that's the difference between girls and women.
Listen,
maturity
even
and
women,
immaturity.
Even women.
Not all women.
I got a couple women sliding up on my freaking Snapchat telling them about pay for my OnlyFans. They 37, 38 years old.
Maturity.
And I'm over here looking like, I ain't gonna pay for no OnlyFans. Do you know who I am? I got a baby and a girl at home. You can keep your OnlyFans. I'm too broke for that.
It goes back now to the maturity level. You know what I mean? Worldly versus godly. You get what I'm saying? So that's the whole thing when it comes to letting go. You have to look. We can look at it. Like this discussion is gonna go on and on
because
it's gonna be a godly letting go and a worldly letting go. And now, as a godly letting go, living in the world, do you really let go? You may say people say, oh, I can forgive, but I can't forget.
It's true. It's because sometimes when you're sitting down, the memories of what happened just comes out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. It's hard. It's even if you think you're fine, one day you're fine, chilling, and boom,
something triggers it,
and you're mad the whole day, man. Mad the whole entire day. I know it sucks. It really does sucks. But I'm talking to y'all through the 4-4. You can hear me. Just let go. It makes everything easier. Let go.
He make it sound so easy. Just let go.
It took me a minute. Listen, it took me a minute to understand. Mm-hmm. Like I was playing you the song earlier. Please don't stress my stress. Remember that mantra. Don't stress my stress. Mm-hmm. If you want to stress my stress, just leave my life. It's that simple. I'm here to be happy. I'm here to be healthy and loving and caring. I'm not here to be stressed and sad all the time. I'm about to be 27. I got my whole life ahead of me. It's just...
No, I hear you.
I wish people could just think like me now, to be honest.
But see, it took you certain things in life to get to this point. Mm-hmm. So this is the thing, right? Majority of people say they believe in God, mm-hmm. right? Majority of people believe in God. Okay. So if you believe in God... No,
majority of the people don't believe in God just because their mama and their daddies persuaded them into believing in God. They got to find their own path with God for them to truly believe in God.
Exactly. So that means you got to know God for yourself, mm-hmm. right? So when we're talking about letting go, and that's why I mentioned earlier about the godly and the worldly view, because if you're going to do it on your own, or even like you know that like the godly and the worldly view, there are people who they're in the middle.
Which is me.
You know, people are in the middle.
Which is me. I'm in the middle.
So, hey, we all sometimes end up in the middle. You know,
I'm in the middle.
We sometimes end up in the middle. So now it's like if you say, okay, I believe in God, right? So just give it all up to Him. But sometimes it's not easy because, like, you could be sitting now, something may trigger it. You may be underestimating yourself, overthinking stuff. Like, what do you do? Everybody's in a waiting room. I always say that. Everybody's in the waiting room. Even when you get out the waiting room, you're still
in the waiting room. And a month ago, I was in the waiting room, and I was not working. Remember me, not working. And then out of nowhere, God provided me, and God provided me a job.
So, but during that time,
a white person job.
Did somebody uplift you during that time?
Did somebody uplift me? Yeah, I had my sisters. I had my mom. Mm-hmm. I went to them, talked to them, everybody, they give me some pointers, even offer to help. Yeah. So it's just talking. It's talking to people. Not to say, but my mom's my personal therapist. I don't go to nobody else because I feel like they just want to take all your money and go. They're not really helping you out.
Well, you come to me too.
Yeah, I do come to you. That's what I'm saying.
I don't take your money.
No, not. My mom and my sisters, man. That's it. But you gotta find somebody that you're comfortable with talking that's not gonna look at you any other way, except for the truer you. Mm-hmm. So once you find that person, man, you can tell them anything and everything that you have on your chest, and they'll just be right there to help you and show you the way to go.
That is so true. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day who's going through something, and I was like, some days when somebody's going through stuff, they don't even want someone to be like, well, this is how you're supposed to do it. Like, they don't even want the advice. They just want a person to be like, you know what?
I'm here for you.
I'm here for you.
That's it.
I'll sit here for you. Sometimes not even
you don't even gotta talk. You
you don't even have to talk.
Sit in silence.
Yeah, they don't want, oh, let me pray for you, let me do this. No, they just want someone just to be there. That presence, like, oh, someone's here for me.
Again, I be telling people that check on your strong friends.
Yeah.
They could be strong for you, but crying deeply inside. Check on your strong friends, man.
It is.
It's all mental health awareness, letting go. It's all the same thing.
No, it is. It's a lot. Mentally, it's a lot. People are going through some stuff. I mean, just because you see a person out there smiling or on social media, you're thinking, oh, they're okay, they're fine. Everybody's going through something, and they
faking
need,
it.
Yeah,
they faking it for
people
you.
Need like just to hear that, just that one word to like, hey, listen, there's people out here who's going through the same stuff, and we just have to encourage one another.
Even last night, I was playing a video for one of my girlfriend's friends, right? Because you know the whole new Jeffrey Dahmer movie. So she's like, I don't know how you guys watch that movie. I'm like, you wouldn't last in Liberia's Civil War. Trust me, you will not last. You see hearts being taken out, girls getting raped, dead bodies on the floor. You will not. This is nothing compared to that.
That's true.
It's nothing.
Lucky you got a meal.
Yeah, see.
So yeah.
For us, is this for me the way how I cope with letting go. I just laugh, man. I laugh. To be honest, I just laugh it off or talk to my mom.
I think because we experienced it so early in our lives, growing up, especially with that Civil War, which we'll talk about it on another podcast.
Y'all don't know what y'all was getting into with this podcast.
I mean,
we got some interesting stories.
That Liberian Civil War, man. Talking about letting go. Yes.
Special guest.
I think it kind of like made us who we are right now when it comes to going through challenges and like running from your life.
That's what I say, man. I used to be homeless.
So
I used to be homeless, man. Imagine homeless sleeping on somebody's couch with a 3-year-old girl.
Yeah.
Come on, not a 3-year-old. My 2-month-old daughter. Let me rephrase that before y'all think I'm a pedophile. Pause, because I'm not. But yeah, sleeping on the couch with my 2-month-old infant and my girl sleeping on my cousin's house. Stressed 24/7. Thinking to myself, listen, you can get out of this. It doesn't happen. It puts you in a deeper hole, man. Don't just laugh it off. Laugh it off. Talk to someone and get back on your feet.
Yep. All about mindset. Gotta change your mindset. You gotta. I mean, I know it's hard. People.
It's gonna be hard.
We don't want to make it seem like it's easy.
It's gonna be hard for the first couple 5 months.
Because once someone may be thinking, saying, "Oh yeah, it's easy for you guys to say." Take it. We've been there.
Especially me. Just because I laugh, don't mean I haven't been through stuff.
I mean, going through a divorce and raising 3 kids. I mean, my story will come out soon. We've been there. It's not It's not an easy thing, but I always say God first and people, strong people around to just like encourage you and lift you up when you're in that darkest moment in your life, in that waiting room, and you think like the world is crashing down on you. Yeah, it's the people. So.
So people. How do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, positive people.
Yeah, always positive people, man. I mean, you don't want no negativity around you, and also get some sage. I've been into the whole. Getting all the negative energy out, the saging, it works.
You know what I realized too? When you're going through your challenge in life, you know who your true die people are.
Most definitely. It brings out people's true colors.
It does. It really does. So
it brings out people's true colors. Because one minute they can say they're rocking with you, and when you're going through your stuff, they're like, yeah, nah, man, not today. So. And that just shows you. But when you needed it, I was just... like that, but when I need it, you gonna take 2 or 3 days? Really?
That's how it is.
Really, bro?
Letting go. That's the thing.
Okay.
But we're not gonna talk about this on this podcast because it's gonna be a part 2 to this letting go. But I want to go more in depth next time around. We talk about relationship a little bit. Okay.
Yep.
Why is it when a person let go, right, of a relationship, and the new person that start dating is kind of like identical from their previous relationship?
Because it's it's the people you attract. You're going for the bad guy. You're going for the bad guy, man. If you see the same tendencies as your last relationship, just call it quits and just go for a Timmy.
So then, but you know.
You didn't catch that?
I know. Go for a Timmy. But you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna talk about the healing process when it comes to letting go. Is easy, we can't talk about it today.
The healing process is easy. Ice cream.
It may be, hey, somebody may like milk and cookies.
Yeah, you and your pumpkin spice. This guy had an Oreo with pumpkin. Who does that?
Listen,
who does that? Pumpkin spice Oreo?
And I'm not a pumpkin person, but my daughter got that, and I was like, hey, why not? Let me try it out. You know, it was different. See, you gotta try things out.
She turned white on this.
No, I didn't.
She drinks her pumpkin spice lattes and eats her pumpkin spice Oreos.
Listen, it's always nice to try something new.
I tell people. Most definitely. Just because I joke her for it, don't mean I don't.
When I saw that pumpkin spice, I was like, I don't want this. This stuff is gross. But when I tried it, tells you about life. You gotta try. You gotta try it out. Don't knock it.
Pumpkin stew. For my Liberians who know, you know.
Ah, well. So yes. So we thank you for having us again on this episode of the Uplifting Waiting Room. But we'll be back next time, and we're going to talk about healing. Healing after you let go.
The art of healing, man.
The art of healing. What does healing mean? You know, healing means so many different things.
Don't just take a week to heal. You need at least 5 good months. 5 good months without talking to nobody. Just loving yourself.
Yes.
Going to work and coming straight home. Don't go to the club expecting this and that. Mm-hmm. Focus on yourself.
Don't go looking for trouble.
Yeah, focus on yourself. No one night stands. Just focus on yourself, because then that one night stand is going to be a big problem. Even if you and that person's on a break, focus on yourself and don't think negative thoughts, because it's only going to put you in a hole that you don't want to be in.
And you know, when we talk about healing, when somebody let go and they jump into another relationship,
they really didn't let go.
Did they let go? But we'll talk about that next time. So once again, thank you for joining us today on the Uplifting Waiting Room with Mina and Dee. We'll be back talking about healing.
You can catch me on Snapchat. Ask me any questions. My Snapchat is tvert20. It's up here somewhere.
It's going to be on the screen. Yep. And we got, if you want to email, it will be ulift42@gmail.com. And we will be on Instagram, which is the Uplifting. And then we'll have our YouTube page, which is Uplifting.
And Snapchat coming soon after that.
So thank you for joining us.